going on, SC430 community? My name's Henry. Today's video, we're doing another SC430 mods video. I get quite a few questions about it, and sometimes I honestly don't know the answer to them because I personally don't have the mod, and I keep forgetting how it works because, again, I don't have it on mine yet. But today I have a customer out here in Arizona that's part of the Lexus SC430 Club of Phoenix, Arizona. If you're an SC430 owner and you live in Arizona, be sure to join us on our Facebook page where we go, do some car meets, go to car shows, have some coffee, things like that, and, show off what we love. But anyways, today the customer wants to do a couple installations, some repairs and things like that. Did a nav, did a Bluetooth mod, throttle controller, repaired his dome light because it wasn't functioning, some wire repairs because there was a lot of foreign wiring in the car, vehicle inspection, headlight restore, and the DRL Switchbacks. So this is what it looks like when you get it from SC430 Mods. So basically this removes the daytime running light, that's also the high beam, and then it uses the nighttime running light and the turn signal headlamp as your daytime running light. Because right now, if you were to put an LED, the lights will flicker really bad. It's blinding, and that's the reason for that is because of the wattage restriction and limit that the SC430 has compared to, modern day LEDs. So if you're just using the high beams, with the LED, works no problem. It's just when you use it for daytime running use, it starts flickering mad. So today with this mod, we're basically just getting rid of that, and instead of using that daylight running headlight as the high beam and daylight running, we're turning the nighttime running light as the daytime and nighttime on top of that, while using the turn signal housing as a running light as well. So basically you'll be running 4 headlights instead of the typical 2 during the day and at night. So makes it super nice and bright, especially at night, obviously. So basically it'll be a light bulb on the top of the headlight, and then when you use the turn signal, obviously it'll switch from white to yellow, orange, amber, whatever you want to have the color name is called. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and open the package. It's going to look like this. Okay. Got a bunch of wiring, and we have some fuses because we're going to have to connect it through the firewall from the engine bay into the fuse box. This wiring right here, so this red one would go into this, to the fuse, like so. I'm not going to put it in yet. Then the 2 ends of the super long white wires are going to go into the headlight. So we have an aftermarket unit for that. Then we have 2 of these guys. So notice how you have this white connector, so that's going to go into that long cable, right? So it's going to connect to here. Then this would go into the plug-in for the bulb, right? And then this would go actually into the headlight itself. So we have 2 of those, and then a bunch of zip ties to zip tie the connectors, just in case for whatever reason it comes loose. When you're driving around, the car is vibrating here and there. So we have this to avoid that. So tools you're gonna really need are maybe 10mm socket and ratchet, maybe an extension if you really need it, a tool to remove plastic fasteners, and a Phillips head screwdriver. So basically the process for this is we have to remove the bumper to an extent, right? Because we need to get the headlight out. There is ways to do it without removing the bumper entirely. There's a way to, you know, kind of just pop out the top end of the bumper and just move it out of the way enough just so you can get the headlight out. Personally, I don't like doing that just because I end up, when I pull the bumper out, the bumper's hanging and eventually it just starts rubbing up against the fender and it starts scratching the paint a little bit. So obviously there's, you know, there's a better way to do it. Extra precautions you can take, you know, putting towels and stuff so you don't have to worry about it. But personally, I prefer to remove the bumper entirely so I don't have to even think about the bumper going touching anything and nothing's in the way. It makes it a lot easier in my opinion. If you've seen my other videos, you've seen me do both methods of removing the bumper entirely and not removing the bumper at all. So you can do either one. Obviously one's going to take longer than the other, but it's not a big deal. For this video though, it's a customer's car, so it's not mine, so I would prefer to remove the bumper entirely and not have to worry about scratching anything, because obviously I don't want to be responsible for scratching somebody's car and then I have to polish it, you know, and spend my time to do that, right? So basically we're going to start by removing the undercarriage from the car. That's if you have it. A lot of SCs do, a lot of SCs don't. So it's a lot of 10mm fasteners / screws. So you can either use a screwdriver or a 10mm and just remove them all. You can remove, maybe even if you don't want to remove all of it, you could just remove just the front part that connects to the bumper. That's perfect too. And then while you're down there too, if you're going to take the bumper off, we're going to have to cap off the headlight washers, right? Because remember, the SC430s have headlight washers. Obviously nobody knows about it or nobody uses it, but there is. So in case you want to wash your headlights, there's an option to do that. So we're going to have to remove that and cap them off so we don't, you know, leak windshield washer fluid everywhere. Knowing me, I'm probably going to spill a little bit, so I'll have to top it off afterwards. So then after that, we want to then have the hood open. There's going to be some fasteners in there and some plastic fasteners that hold the bumper to the frame of the car, along with some bolts and plastic fasteners that hold the headlight down. We're not going to be able to get all of them, so we'll be able to see some from just the hood. And then on the side of the car, underneath the wheel well, there will be a bolt on each side of the bumper that holds the bumper in place on the sides that connect it to the fender. And then slowly kind of just lift and pull to pry out the sides, and then the whole bumper just comes off. And then obviously you got to disconnect the side markers, the fog light, and, you know, things like that. And then from there you'll be able to get full access to the other bolt and nut that holds the headlight in place. Once you take those out, then you just kind of, you know, finagle it, fish it out, and then you pop it out, and then you just unplug everything. And then we're gonna figure out wiring, put the bulb in, things like that. And then I'm also gonna polish the headlights as well, per customer's request. If you want to know how to polish your headlights on your own, there's so many different ways to do it. I obviously do it the cheap way, but it's still efficient and it still works. If you want to see that, you can check that out on my YouTube channel as well. I made it maybe even a year ago, I think, at this point. You basically, you know, sand all the yellowness down, depending on how much yellow fading you have, depends on how much grit you want to use. Using dish soap and water, a lot of dish soap and water, and then from there you use a polishing machine and headlight restorer. Just polish it out, you know, till it's nice and clear, and then put clear coat over it, let it sit for a few hours, put another layer. Depending on how many additional layers of clear coat you want to put on, you can just spray it, let it sit for a few hours, spray more, let it sit for a few hours, and then you're pretty much good to go. I'm gonna let this sit overnight anyways, so that'll be nice to, you know, put quite a few coats on it, and we should be good to go. And it lasts about, depending on how often you drive, I would say it lasts about a year-ish, probably a year-ish to a year and a half. Obviously, doing it my way, it's it lasts a decent amount of time, but obviously I'm sure professionals probably make it last a little bit longer, but it depends on how you want to do it and how well you do it, right? So how I've done it, it's lasted me about a year-ish, so I'm okay with that. I don't mind redoing it over and over again. So without further ado, let's get started and start taking things apart. So this is the customer's car. It is a, what year is this one? 2003 SC430. So underneath the car, there's no undercarriage, so that makes it easier for me. So for now, I'm going to pop the hood, start disconnecting the headlight washers underneath, and plug them up, and disconnect the sign markers and fog lights on both sides, and then start doing stuff that's inside the hood. Okay, so next there is going to be a 10mm bolt round somewhere right here that holds this in place into the fender so it's nice and flush. So you may need to jack up the car possibly depending on how much space you have. I'm going to try not to by basically bending this out of the way so I can reach into here. And might be really difficult to see, but it's right here where my index finger is. Okay, so basically from here we can remove the bumper. You kind of have to lift it on that side and then pull it out, and same thing on the other side, and then eventually just slowly pull it out. And then we'll have to get to the headlight washers, disconnect that, and put a cover. Just realized I forgot the 10mm bolt right here at the center of the grill. Kind of need to get that out too. So now that the bumper is off, we have access to this 10 mil right here. That holds headlight in, right here. Then on both sides, you have this 10 millimeter nut right here.
Protective with my heart, lock and key. I got feelings, but I'd rather keep it to myself. Don't wanna see you.
So now we can basically just fish out the headlight and unplug everything.
For someone else, I got a secret, and I'm keeping it
Just like that. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables to unplug. So as you can see, maybe on film, that the headlights are pretty darn yellow. So I'm gonna clear coat them, and then I'll show you how to install the DRLs.
just keep it to myself.
So now that we got the headlights all polished up and it's curing, it takes about 24 hours to cure. While that's curing, we can at least feed the wires where it needs to go. So if you remember, we have these guys, and then we got this. So we're gonna get started by doing the white wire by feeding one end to the passenger side, one end to the driver's side, and then the red goes into the firewall. So it leads into the pretty much the driver footwell fuse box. So to know which one is the driver's side and which one's the passenger side, notice how this bundle of wire is smaller than this bundle. The shorter one, the smaller one, will be the driver's side. And then the big one, the lot of wire, will be for the passenger side. And then again, this is going to go through the firewall into the driver's side footwell fuse box. So we're gonna have to make it look clean, we're gonna have to unbolt some of the covers that are in the engine bay so we can hide the wires so it looks nice and clean.
Don't make you find out secret, and I'm keeping it just to keep it to myself. Don't make you find out. Just come over, stay with me. I won't kiss and tell, make believe. I got feelings, but I'd rather keep it to myself. Don't wanna see you. You got them for someone else. I got a secret, and I'm keeping it just to keep it to my.
So I was able to cut a hole just small enough to fit the wire in. You don't have to use this cover, but again, I just wanted to make it look nice, so this is what I did. So now I'm gonna undo this wire, wrap it around here to make it look nice, and then eventually feed it so that it's basically right here.
To myself, but when you find out.
So, I found out you do have to take and make a hole in the firewall. So I just took a screwdriver and just went as far as I could go until it went through, and it basically will go to the other side. I taped the wire to this just so it was easier to feed, so basically I'll just feed it through that hole again, but I need to make the hole a little bit bigger. So then when I feed this, we'll be able to see it in the inside of the car.
I think we could be something so good.
So once you get the wire through, you want to connect it into here, like so. Then we're going to pull fuse ABS IG. So that's ABS and ignition. So that's 7.5 amp. We're going to take that one out. Put that amp into the little fuse wire that we got from SC430 Mods. So you got a 1 amp and a 7.5 amp. Now you just plug it in here, but we're going to feed the wire so that it looks nice and not all over the place. So I'm going to feed it behind the carpet like that, so you can't see it, don't have to deal with it. And then you put that back into that fuse mod that we have back into that 7.5 amp slot for that ABS ignition. So now we just have to deal with wire organization, which I feel like I should have changed. I mean, you could probably mess with it to get it to fit like that, actually. There you go. Cool. So now that we kind of got the wiring situated on where it's going to be, we're going to test it. I don't think we need to necessarily plug everything in. We do need to pull the socket, the bulb socket from the headlights, and then plug it into there. But I don't think you need all the bulbs connected for us to test the DRLs at least. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. So if you don't know which one's the turn signal bulb, it's this top one right here. So I grabbed it, it's like this, counterclockwise, and then it goes down. And then the bulb's connected to the top, and I just grabbed the bulb and ripped it out pretty much. So this will plug into this one right here, the one that faces up. See, here it's snapped in. This black one will go into there. This white one will go into this guy, and then that's the resistor. So that's where, if you've seen Calvin's video, he kind of zip ties it to the frame right here. So I'm not going to zip tie it yet because we want to test to make sure it works, and we're going to do that for the passenger side as well. Alright, so now that we know that the lights work, that means there's power and all the connections are proper. So now we can basically, we'll disconnect that, fix the wiring up again, put the headlights in, you know, plug everything in, and then put that DRL in last. And figuring out zip tying, bolting it down, test again, make sure the headlights are level where we want them, and then we put the bumper back on.
Honey, no rings on me, ain't baggins. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, bomb, bomb,
Now that we are happy with how the headlights work, now they're polished up, they're leveled. Now we can just put everything back together. So I'm going to start with the engine bay, get all the plastic parts on the side, put them back on, replace some with new plastic fasteners because some of them ended up breaking when I was taking them out. And then we're going to bolt the headlight down and then put the bumper back on.
I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna.
I'm running on diesel, baby, I'm active. Shawty wanna know what's happening. Baby, no cap, I'm captain. Honey, no rings on me, ain't baggins. Diesel, feeling I'm massive. I kill it like Shaq, I'm shacking. That little bitch, she savage. Hit it on top all night, I'm damaged. Bomb, 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 yeah. Bomb, 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 feeling I'm massive. Feel like bomb, 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 bomb. Dip, slide, where I wanna dive. Hit it to the rhythm all day and night. Blazing the vibe, ain't no wasting the time. Gotta shoot my shot till I get what I like. Shawty really wanna fuck and I'm on one. Little homie looking bad, never got none. When the pop song, girl go pop off. Mommy got that beats, who can't go pop.
I just wanna. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wait a while, wait a while, wait a while. I just wanna.
And there you guys have it. That's how you install the DRL switchbacks for the Lexus SC430. This video particularly the 2002, 2005. Obviously the 2006 to 2010 is a different headlight assembly, but overall the idea and for installation it's pretty much exactly the same. Did run into some issues when I was doing a final check after putting everything back together, realizing I had to take off the bumper partially and pull the headlight out again, due to finding out that this customer's side markers on the bumper, those bulbs were dead, and then one of the lights, the side marker parking light in the headlight, was dead also, so we decided to swap them out with LED. So I'll show you what that looks like. So there you go. That's what it looks like with all the lights on. This is what you would be running at night, right? So this is what your lights are going to look like at night. So super nice, very, very bright. It almost makes the fog lights look super dim. So pretty solid mod. I'll probably make another video on the DRL switchbacks. Instead of, you know, pulling the bumper entirely, I'll do the method of just unbolting the bumper partially and, you know, bending the bumper out to get the headlight out. I'll show you how to do that maybe in another video. So make sure you keep an eye out, and keep an eye out on my channel by subscribing, so you'll be notified when I upload potentially another DRL switchback tutorial walkthrough video. But instead of removing the whole bumper entirely, going through that hassle, I'll just do it by removing the bumper partially. But yeah, otherwise, if you want to get yourself one of these guys, make sure you check us out on SC430Mods.com. Can't miss it. We're the only ones that make mods specifically for this car that are plug and play, and they're guaranteed to work. Otherwise, that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.